So now we are going to understand the radial nerve. So actually this radial nerve is the nerve of the posterior compartment, that is nothing but mainly supplying the three heads of triceps brachii muscle. As we already discussed, what are the three heads: the long head, the lateral head, the medial head. Okay, so these three muscles are on posterior compartment. Also the radial nerve is in the posterior compartment. So radial nerve is actually the largest branch of the posterior cord of brachial plexus. So actually if you see the brachial plexus, in that you have lateral cord, medial cord, posterior cord, right? So that in that posterior cord you mainly see this radial nerve, and that is the largest branch of the brachial plexus. So its root value is actually C5 to C8 and also T1. So remember the radial nerve root value is C5 to C8 and also T1. So you can see here how it is originating, coursing and termination. So by help of this diagram today we are going to understand this. So radial nerve is given off from the posterior cord. So actually the posterior cord will be here. So it's given off from the posterior cord and it is in the lower part of axilla, right? In the lower part of axilla, and in the arm it lies behind the brachial artery. Behind the brachial artery, because you know the brachial artery is actually in the anterior compartment. So behind means back, on the back side. So this is actually the back side of the posterior side of the arm and forearm. So it is behind the brachial artery, right? And it leaves the brachial artery to enter the lower triangular space to mainly reach the, so it enters the lower triangular space and mainly reach the oblique radial sulcus on back of humerus. So this is what? This is the oblique radial sulcus, which is in the posterior side of the humerus. So this nerve reaches the lateral side of the arm. So from here it reaches this is medial side, right? So this is lateral side. It reaches the lateral side of the arm, okay? 5 centimeter below the deltoid tuberosity. Here will be deltoid tuberosity. So below 5 centimeter below the deltoid tuberosity. Pierce the lateral intermuscular septum to enter into the anterior compartment of the arm on lateral aspect. So actually this radial nerve not only on the posterior side, or by piercing this lateral intermuscular septum, it goes like this, wind around and goes to the anterior side of the arm, and it descends down across the lateral epicondyle. Here will be lateral epicondyle, right, into the cubital fossa. So radial nerve is also part of cubital fossa, if you remember, because it's coming from the posterior side to the anterior side by piercing the lateral intermuscular septum and entering into the anterior side and also taking part in the cubital fossa. So the radial nerve mainly terminates by dividing into superficial and deep branch at the level of lateral epicondyle. So mainly at the level of this lateral epicondyle, it will divide into the deep branch and the superficial branch. Okay. So deep branch is at the level of lateral epicondyle. So here you can see it's mentioned the deep branch of radial nerve. Okay. So deep branch is mainly at the level of lateral epicondyle, and these are seen in cubital fossa. So mainly the radial nerve is seen in cubital fossa. So let us see its relations. In the lower part of axilla, now let us try to check out the relations of radial nerve, okay? By this diagram, the radial nerve anteriorly has, so first we need to check where is radial nerve, right? This yellow color structure is radial nerve, okay? And we need to understand what is anterior side and posterior side also, okay? To understand that, you can check out, here's the biceps brachii, means this is the anterior side, this is the posterior side, okay, because it's triceps, okay. So like this, you need to find out this is the humerus in middle, okay. So the radial nerve on the posterior side. So anterior to the radial nerve, you will see the third part of axillary artery. So anteriorly, you will see the third part of axillary artery. Where is that? Third part of axillary artery. Actually, it's not mentioned here. Just remember that point. Just anterior to the radial nerve, you will see the third part of axillary artery. So actually, if you remember the axillary artery branches, what is the third part of axillary artery? It's nothing but the subscapular, right? The first part suprathoracic, second part thoracoacromial, right? Third part subscapular. So it will be subscapular artery, which is just anterior to the radial nerve. And posteriorly you will have the subscapularis. Okay, posterior to radial nerve you will find the subscapularis. It's not shown here, but you can understand this because subscapularis is in the costal surface, right? Even latissimus dorsi, teres major. Laterally you will find the axillary nerve. Okay, so how to find whether it's lateral or medial? It's a medial nerve, so medial. See the basilic vein. Basilic vein will be on medial side, so this is medial side, this is lateral side. Okay, so what they are saying, laterally you will find the axillary nerve. Remember, lateral to the radial nerve there will be axillary nerve and also coracobrachialis, whereas medial to it you will find the axillary vein. Okay, next, in the upper part of the arm, it continues behind the brachial artery, passes posterior-laterally with profunda brachii vessels through the lower triangular space below teres major between the long head of triceps brachii and the humerus, and enters the radial groove with the profunda vessels. So it will enter the radial groove with profunda vessels. That one you can see over here. This one, right? Now and profunda brachii vessels in the radial groove, right? And in the radial groove, the nerve runs downward laterally between the lateral and medial heads of triceps brachii in contact with humerus. So at the lower end of groove, 5 centimeters below deltoid tuberosity, the nerve pierces lateral intermuscular septum, passes into anterior compartment of to reach cubital fossa, where it ends into dividing superficial and deep branches. So actually this is all already discussed. One thing you need to remember, at the site of, you can write here, at the rate lateral epicondyle, radial nerve is divided into superficial and deep branch. Okay, only that is the thing important. So now we will understand the branches and distribution of radial nerve. So if you see here, the radial nerve mainly have the muscular branch and also it has a cutaneous branch. So muscular branch means it's supplying the muscle, cutaneous means it's supplying the skin and the superficial fascia. Okay, so muscular branch, it before entering the spiral groove, the radial nerve supplies long head, medial head of tricep. Very important, it supplies only long and medial. Then what about the lateral head? Okay, question mark, put it aside. Okay, so in the spiral groove, it supplies the lateral and medial heads of triceps brachii and anconeus. So this question marks is solved now. First it supplies the long and medial heads before entering spiral groove. After entering spiral groove, it also supplies the lateral head of triceps brachii and also anconeus. Okay, if you remember, anconeus is also posterior muscle. Okay, so below the radial groove on the front of arm, it supplies brachialis with proprioceptive fibers. So it also supplies brachialis. Okay, so what are the muscular supply of radial? It supplies, of course, all heads of triceps. It supplies anconeus. It supplies brachialis with proprioceptive fibers. Okay, brachialis with proprioceptive fibers. The brachioradialis, yeah, even the brachioradialis, extensor carpi radialis longus. So you can guess now why extensor carpi, because posterior side. Okay, posterior compartment. Okay, are supplied by motor fibers. Okay, so this is about muscular. It supplies whole head of triceps, it supplies anconeus, it supplies brachialis, it supplies brachioradialis, extensor carpi radialis longus. Okay, now we'll see the cutaneous branches. So above the radial groove, the radial nerve gives off the posterior cutaneous nerve of arm, which supplies the skin on back of arm. So I will show that in this diagram. So just follow the radial nerve. It's coming from the posterior cord of brachial plexus, right? So from there it will come. This is the radial nerve going, passing by the spiral groove on the posterior side. Okay, and continuing as posterior cutaneous nerve of arm. That is what they're saying, right? So above radial groove, radial nerve gives off posterior cutaneous nerve of arm, which supplies the skin on the back of the arm, In the radial groove, the radial nerve gives off lower lateral cutaneous nerves of arm and the posterior cutaneous nerve of forearm. So it also gives lower lateral cutaneous nerves and the posterior cutaneous nerve of forearm also. Okay. Articular branches near the elbow supply, of course, in the elbow joint. So whenever you see in any nerve, the articular branches, just remember the nearby articulation surface and just write it down. For example, here radial nerve is near to the elbow joint articulation center, so it will help in articulation of elbow joint. That's it. So by this we have completed radial nerve. Once again, let us recall everything. The radial nerve starts from the posterior cord of brachial plexus, right? First it starts in the axilla, right? Next it comes backward, posterior side to the humerus, and it passes with profunda brachii arteries in the radial groove. Okay, later again it turns, it pierces the intermuscular septum, lateral intermuscular septum. This is lateral side, this is medial side, right? So it pierces the lateral intermuscular septum, comes to the anterior side, and at the rate of this lateral epicondyle, it will divide into superficial branch and also deep branch. Okay, at the rate of lateral epicondyle. Sorry, this one will be lateral epicondyle. Okay, and on the posterior side, it is also continuous as a posterior cutaneous nerve of forearm and also posterior cutaneous nerve of arm, right? Sorry, posterior cutaneous nerve of forearm and also posterior cutaneous nerve of arm, which supplies actually this muscles on the back side of humerus. So what muscles it supplies? It supplies all heads of triceps brachii, brachialis, anconeus, extensor carpi, radialis, longus. Okay, all these are supplied. Also brachioradialis. All these muscles are supplied. And its cutaneous branches, of course, the cutaneous nerve of forearm, arm, and articular branches at the rate of elbow joint. Okay, so this is all about the radial nerve. In our next discussion, we'll start profunda brachii artery.